Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Monday, December 4th. Yeah. Heading out to New York this week on Wednesday. So, after Wednesday, I'll be doing my videos from New York City. Kind of excited to go back and check it out. Miss New York a little bit, believe it or not. Yeah. See what kind of craziness is going on there. All right, let's talk. I didn't do a video on Friday. And I hope everybody had a nice weekend. So there's a lot I want to talk about today. So let me get right into it. We had to pull back in the market. Those of you who've been following my videos here, you know that I'm expecting a mid-December correction because we're going to have another quarterly tax strain. That's the quarterly corporate tax strain. And that's going to give you a very good buying opportunity, and just pay attention to that. Now, I have to tell you that the fiscal flows, man, they are on fire. It's like rocket fuel. And, this goes back all the way to what I've been telling you folks from the very beginning when the Fed started to raise interest rates. I said we're going to get to a point where you're going to see a parabolic acceleration in these fiscal flows because, Fed keeping rates high, that's just like this huge fiscal pump of interest income transfers into the economy. And as time goes on, right, I was telling you, as time goes on, as these government securities mature, these longer dated securities, as they mature, they roll over with the higher coupon, right? The higher interest rate attached, and you're getting this parabolic acceleration in the fiscal flows right now. Just to give you an example, on Friday, which was the first of the month. Now, the first of the month is ordinarily, your big payments day. You have Medicare, Medicaid, military pay, veterans benefits, disability. There was also I believe there was also a Social Security payment on the first. It was a 118, almost a 119 billion leading flow day, and an 88.6 billion net flow. I mean, the net flow alone is what we used to get on the leading flow before the rate hikes. We'd get like maybe 95 billion leading flow with a net flow of maybe 65 billion. Now we're getting a net flow of almost 90 billion. I mean, it's unbelievable. And this is just going to keep going up. So I'm telling you that the fiscal, it's on rocket fuel, folks. And the rocket fuel is going to get more concentrated and more high-powered octane, super high octane coming up. So these dips, and I don't even know how deep they're going to be. They could be pretty shallow. And I want to talk about gold for a second because, but let me just finish here. These dips in the market, I mean, what cracks me up is that, number one, there's still people out there calling for recession. I mean, Jamie Dimon the other day was just calling for recession. Ray Dalio, forget about it. That guy, he's jumped the shark into the point of being like, it's like comedy now, listening to this guy. I actually had a subscriber who emailed me and said, Mike, what do you think his agenda is? Like, why does he keep saying these things? Like, we're at the inflection point of the debt and the dollar's good. Why does he keep saying these things? And I said, if you want my honest opinion, I think he's stupid. And I'm sorry, like, you could call me stupid or whatever for saying that Ray Dalio's stupid because he got a lot more money than me. But I don't equate money necessarily to intelligence. A lot of people have a lot of money who I've met over the course of my life, and I'm 66 years old, and I would not say they're necessarily very intelligent. They figured out some way to make a lot of money, but I don't know. My opinion, if you ask me, It's not some secret agenda he has going. I think he's stupid. But anyway, let me talk about gold. Now, I've been telling you guys that producers have been selling into this rally now for the last few weeks. And I don't like to go against the producers, and that in a physical commodity like gold or oil or silver. I mean, I pay attention to those guys because they really, really know the market. And gold was up I think it was up something like $80 overnight. It hit 21.50 and then it crashed down today. There was a more than 100-point range today. It ended up like 20.45 or something like that. Huge range, over 100-point range today. And I was looking for this correction in gold. And I wouldn't jump back in right now. I mean, I'd love to see it go back into the 1900 handle. I don't know if it's going to get there with the fiscal flows, but it definitely could with the corporate tax drain coming up in mid-December. And I'd like to see at what point the producers step in again as buyers. They did buy some 2 weeks ago when we were down around 2,000. They were net sellers, but I saw there was some there was some activity on the buy side. It was just that they were selling more than they were buying, but there was some fresh buying around the 2,000 level. So that could be a level where you could start nibbling at gold. I'd like to see it come down a little bit more than that, but like I said, these fiscal flows they're on high octane rocket fuel, and I mean, nothing's going to go down, man. I mean, it's just like, this is high octane rocket fuel, folks. High octane rocket fuel. So what else? Did I cover everything already that I wanted to say? All right, 118 billion leading flow on Friday. We got the correction coming up in mid-December with that corporate. The heck was that? Okay, I had helicopters, dogs, now screaming kids. Unless it was a parrot, I don't know. Here come the helicopter. So correction mid-December. I talked about Ray Dalio. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Folks, these monetarist people, they just it's so pathetic, it's ridiculous. This morning, before even the market opened, I was reading over some of these online comments and posts, and it was like, oh, the market's going up because now they're saying that the Fed is not going to raise rates anymore, and it's going to abandon its higher for longer, policy. Those were the posts and the headlines and the commentary coming into the market this morning. Okay, now, I guess that was based off of Friday's rally and stuff like that. Market opens down, and suddenly the headlines we don't know about the Fed anymore. They might be hiking rates. So folks, this is just extreme manic behavior. Okay? 1 minute the market's up, so they all understand this. They always have to attribute it to something within the realm of monetarism because that's all they know, and they don't really know it because their understanding of it is wrong. But they're living in this psychotic monetarist universe, and everything that happens in the market, every little squiggle has to be interpreted in through the prism of monetarism. So when the market's up, they're saying, oh, the Fed's not going to raise rates anymore. When the market goes down, they're saying, oh, maybe the Fed is going to raise rates again. I mean, folks, if you don't see how manic and psychotic and insane this is, number one. Number two, if you can't make money off of this behavior, and I don't know, maybe you're one of these people who do the same thing. who jump in and out on every headline, and the Fed's going to do this or the Fed's going to do that. But no, now it's going to do this now. No, it changed its mind. It's going to do that. No, it's going. If you're one of those people, I'd say you better look for a different activity. And like I said initially, if you can't make money off of that kind of behavior, I mean, they are literally handing you their money. You don't really need to know very much. You just need to know that you are going against psychotic, manic, insane behavior. I mean, we should all be cheering this. You know, I look at it now. It used to frustrate me because, and it used to get me angry because I'd be like, well, why don't they see the truth? Why don't they, you know, it's right there in front of their noses. Why don't they just say, oh, you know what? The outcome wasn't like what we predicted. Maybe there's something wrong with our theory. No, they don't. And so I used to get, because, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I thought like people were somewhat logical. They're not. Okay? They're not. And it's crazy that I even used to think that way because, look, I've been around. I've been doing this for a long time. But they're not. And now it's just funny. It's just comical. And it's kind of like it ties in with the thing I said earlier with Ray Dalio. Like, Mike, you think he has some hidden? No, he doesn't have a hidden agenda. He's stupid. Yes, he has a lot of money. Okay, we all know that. He has a lot of money. There's a lot of different ways to make money. It doesn't mean you're smart. Einstein was arguably the smartest human who ever walked the face of the earth. And he was earning like today's equivalent of like $65,000 a year salary. And he's a certifiable genius, probably the smartest human who ever lived. Okay, so I mean, it's apples and oranges. You can't, I mean, if you say, oh, he's got a lot of money, he must be smart. No. He has some scheme. And I don't want to, you know, I'm not using the word scheme in a pejorative way or in a negative way. He has some way to make money. But it doesn't mean he's intelligent at all. I mean, he's literally, the things he says are completely stupid. And I've said these things about guys like Paul Tudor Jones, who repeats basically the same stuff that Dalio repeats. Or that Dalio says, and Jeffrey Gundlach, right? So that's where we are, folks. Fiscal flows on rocket fuel, high octane, super high octane, nitro. You ever watch those drag race competitions with those nitro cars? They do like over 300 miles an hour, quarter mile. This is what's happening to the fiscal flows. And it's all thanks to the Fed. And nobody gets it. Nobody understands it except little old me. And I've been telling all you people about that. So yeah, pretty incredible, man. Pretty incredible. So that is the update for today. I guess it wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. I covered pretty much everything I wanted to say that I could think of right now. I don't know if something pops up. I'll cover it tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Enjoy. Don't forget, go to my website. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. You know by now, I'm the only one who does this. I'm the only one who has an applied approach to MMT. I take the concept. Oh, there was another thing I was going to tell you. That's right. Remember all this worry and concern and anxiety over how is the Treasury going to sell $750 billion this quarter? Oh my God. And then all these, like on CNBC, this goofball Santelli and Steve Leisman talking about this nonsense every day. Well, I don't have the number right in front of me, but as of maybe Thursday, as of Thursday of last week. Yeah, that was the 30th, if I'm not mistaken, this number. This month, Treasury sold 2.6 trillion of securities, 2.6 trillion. Now, they weren't all bonds, and I don't have the breakdown in front of me. There were bills, there were bonds, there were notes. 2.6 trillion, folks. If you don't understand MMT, you're going to be like these people. Like, oh my God, how are they going to sell 700? The money is there. There's only one way they can sell bonds. And that's if they put the dollars in the system first. Because bond sales and all government security sales are just reserve drains. That's it. You can't drain the pool until you fill it up first. Same thing with taxes, folks. The Monopoly game. You can't play the game of Monopoly until the game distributes the money to everybody. If the game doesn't distribute the money to everybody, you can't play the game. That's how it works. Government has to spend first before it could sell a single bond or collect a single dollar in taxes. It must. It's just, that's how it has to work. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.